Welcome in to Wildcat Sports Talk. Let's join Adam Webb and Tim Brandstetter now.
Well, that sucked. And what are you going to do? I mean, you know what? We're going to break this down for you guys, and I'm going to warn you right now, I'm going to be a little saucy. I'm pretty upset. My name's Adam.
My name's Tim.
And we are Wildcat Sports Talk. Thank you guys for tuning in. Sitting here watching the last few seconds of this game as tell you what, we just can't shoot. I mean, that's what it boils down to. As the Cats finally in this one, it's 76-64 as the Cats take an L to Richmond. I warned everybody before this game that this team was tough. No one believed me. No one believed me. Well, I tried telling everybody this team's tough. That's whatever, man. It is what it is. What's going on here? Oh, okay, yeah. So they're gonna go and get him on and let him talk, and nobody really cares to see that. So
yeah, dude. I mean,
that's good.
Like I said too before the game, we're going to struggle today. I knew we were going to struggle. We were playing against small guards that were really quick, can shoot the ball. I knew we'd struggle today, man. This team never played together. I mean, we've got one game under our belt where they've actually played as teammates.
It's horrible. I
mean, they don't know each other.
They
don't know each other, man. I mean, here's the deal. We've got really good individuals, but we don't have a team.
Even
close.
I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't know. I don't even know what to even think to tell you guys right now, because it's become very clear and very evident that we're going to do this every year. I mean, we just are.
Yep.
I mean, and I don't know the answer, because the thing is I actually thought this team was a little better shooting team than in years past, and I didn't think I did not think that there would be a situation where Cal's worst shooting team could get surpassed, but I think we're there.
I don't think it will be. I don't think it will be for the long run.
And here's the other thing too, man. B.J. Boston, where the hell is he?
He hasn't done anything. He made a couple pretty plays or tough shots early on, first half, and then he just disappeared, man. Devin Askew has not done anything. I don't know. I don't even know what he's thinking on the floor, and B.J. Boston's been missing,
man.
I don't know, man. Whenever we're passing the ball around and nobody's moving, and we ended up with Jackson driving from the top of the key from the 3-point line, that's not going to beat anybody. That's not going to beat anybody. I mean, here's the deal. We got some good individuals. We are just not a team, and we're not hitting free throws. I tell you what, man, it was just it was ugly. It was ugly all the way around. We can't defend the backdoor cut. Like that's just something that there's no way we can solve it. The backdoor cut is something we've never heard of, man. Why?
But I mean I guess BJ Boston ended up with 20.
Oh, that's great. Free throws? Would he have 12? He have 12
That's
points
what
on
Chad says.
Chad, he might have had 12 points on free throws, and he might have had 8 points in the first half on Dipsy Do. Let me shoot around 3 and bank it in sideways.
Dude, I'm going to tell you something. Y'all can just sit here and spread sunshine, and if you want to do that, that's fine. This ain't the show for you. I'm just going to tell you. This ain't the show for you if you think we're going to spread sunshine, because I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it like every other show does it in this state.
Well,
I'm going to tell it like it is.
I tend to spread a little bit more sunshine than you do.
No, listen, stop that. Stop.
But I'm still real.
Damn it, stop.
Dude, I'm just being real. You're all down. Like you get down and you get way down,
because
brother.
that's where we're at.
You can't even see the light, though.
That's where we're at.
Yeah, but you play off emotion. Like you get so upset,
but
you think we're the worst team in America
But here's the thing, okay? We go out there and we see a big blue madness, right? And we see Isaiah Jackson's windmill dunk from the free throw line.
Yeah. But we know we're going to be athletic.
And then we say, oh, we're going to be really athletic.
Right.
Oh, this team can defend. Man, they weren't defending. They weren't getting open. They were standing around on offense. I don't understand it.
Well, man, it's clear. We got a bunch of boys played against a bunch of men today.
I mean, and just put me on the team, we'll win. I quit watching. They went down by 10. Just didn't want to watch. Too many dumb turnovers. Dude, Tim, listen, Tim, I talk about the football season the same way.
Yeah. Well, that's what he's saying. You're mad like it's the football season. But you know what? The thing is, Tim, like I'm mad. I'm not as furious as Adam is. I mean, I see the bigger picture, but at the same time, this is basketball. We're not supposed to be losing to Richmond. I don't care who's on the floor. I mean, it's frustrating that we can't guard a backdoor cut. I mean, come on, man. Just because you're a 5-star and you dunked it all the way through high school, can you not learn how to guard the backdoor cut?
Here's what chaps my ass more than anything. The NBA figured out 10 years ago that you can win playing small ball. Now, I get it. The Lakers. But okay, LeBron might be the top 5 best player of all time, and you've got Anthony Davis on that team. So, yeah, they get a pass. But the NBA is playing small ball, and they're winning.
Yep.
And these little teams like Richmond, where they've got these experienced guards, and they're coming out here and they're playing small ball, are kicking our ass, and they're doing it because our guys are just too slow, and they just foul. They foul. You get on defense, and then they end up having to foul to bail themselves out.
And it's just the way it is. I mean, a 6'7" guy's never – ever going to be able to handle a 5'9", 5'10" point guard that can really play, that can really handle the ball. You're not that position. You can't guard it. I mean, it's just the way it is.
And then you look at the other parts to this game, and I'm seeing a guy in Devin Askew, and I love Askew. I think he's going to be a great point guard for us, man. But he's got to do some different things. First of all,
he's got to do something.
His decision making on passing today was atrocious.
Well, his passing was weak, but what frustrated me was when we get the ball and we've got somebody with the ball in the center of the court, Askew is running towards the center of the court saying, here, I want the ball. Now there's 2 players in the center of the court. Hey, Askew.
Jack Mosley says, why and how are we number 10? You're exactly right, man. Because the preseason, I laughed at that. I said, we're number 10.
Well, it's because the name Kentucky across our chest and we've got all these McDonald All-Americans. But here's the deal. Askew, when there's a guy in the half court, in the center of the court with the ball, you go fill a lane. Go fill another lane.
Hey, Melissa on here. That's my brother-in-law, Adam. How are you,
Hey,
Melissa?
What's up, Melissa?
But yeah, no. I'm just like I'm pissed, man.
We both are. I mean, we both are. But
like this happens, and the thing of it is y'all need to understand from this show is going to be always different than any other show you're going to see out there, and I want you to tell your friends and family about it because. You want a show that's going to tell it like it is after a loss? That's us. We're going to tell it exactly how it is.
Do you think we'll beat Kansas?
Boy, my computer's virus-free. At least I got
and then we've lost internet.
But my computer's virus-free.
We gotta. Do you think we're going to beat Kansas? Not playing like they did today. But we have to be a team. We got to learn team defense.
Here's what I will say. In the last 30 seconds of that game, we ran some defense, and we forced 2 turnovers. Dude, we should have done that 3 minutes left to go in the ballgame.
Exactly, guys. Here's the deal. We go to the full court press, and we toss 2 or 3 turnovers. Why don't we do that with 3 minutes to go in the game when we still got a chance? I mean.
Now, I know a lot of UK fans are going to look at this loss, and they're going to go, okay, well, it's Richmond. It's like Evansville. No, it's nothing like Evansville. I'll give the team that it's nothing like Evansville
I'll say
because
Johnny,
Richmond's a good team.
Yeah,
they are.
Well, Johnny Logan said, UK should never lose to a team like Evansville or Richmond. You're exactly right. We shouldn't. But the problem is, like Adam, we're both frustrated. Adam was losing his mind at the end of the game. Here's what I keep saying is being a little bit older, maybe, or being able to accept it a little bit more. And what I've learned by watching Cal over the years is we're not the team at the beginning of the year that we're going to be at the end of the year.
Chad says, real question, when was the last time UK did not make a three-pointer? I'm going to answer that for you because you're going to be shocked to hear this. It was like a couple years ago. A couple seasons ago it happened because we had this big old long three-point streak that went back to the early 90s.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. And we broke it.
And we broke it.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, we'll never have that again.
Right.
Yeah. Woo! Got it again. We're back to number 1.
Especially with a team that can hit the threes. I mean, look what they were doing the other night. I mean, look what they were doing in Big Blue Madness. They can shoot the three. I mean, man, it was a bunch of little kids playing a bunch of grown men today. That's all I can say.
Dude, Will Henson says it right here. For now, we got to roll with Mintz as starting point. You're not joking, man.
Hell yeah, we do.
But the thing is, I'm going to tell y'all why you won't. You know why you won't? Because Mintz is a defensive liability. Mintz does not guard. Mintz is a shooter. And the problem is if Cal has a shooter on the team that won't play defense, his ass ain't getting in the game.
Well,
That's just who Calipari is.
I still don't believe it. I mean, you said this the whole game. Maybe Mitz is not known as a great defender, but Askew's not really shutting anybody down either.
But the thing about it is, I don't think Steph Curry is in the NBA for his defending.
No, he's not. And if you took Steph Curry out of the game because he wasn't a great defender, you're a damn idiot.
I mean, that's just the way it is.
I mean, here's the deal. People have roles.
Yes.
All 5 people can't be lockdown defenders. You're going to have a scorer.
Yeah, you got to have somebody to score.
I mean, my goodness,
you just
man.
do.
I mean, it's just it's ridiculous. It's pitiful. We never go try to play a zone defense. Not one time we're going to try to play a zone. Even though a team like Richmond's beating us, we're never going to go to that.
Hey, if you're trying to call in, I'm going to get you right now. All right, you're on with Wildcat Sports Talk. Who's this? Hello. All right, hold on just a second. Hold on. I think we got some issues here. Oh yeah, that's what it is. Let me turn it on right here. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, I got you. Who we got?
This is Isaac Wilson from Corbin. I was just going to say what's up, Adam and Tim.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Coach Wilson? How you doing, brother?
Man, I had to call in. Y'all were killing me. I had talked both of y'all off the ledge today.
Dude,
I'm not as bad. I'm not on the ledge. I'm trying to talk Adam off the ledge.
But let me be real for just a second. How many other sports shows you're going to listen to where I'm going to tell it like it is? Huh? Yeah, then all of them toe the company line. They're all like, "Oh, we're going to get better. We're going to get better."
Adam just don't tell it like it is. Adam just plays off emotion, and
but y'all don't understand. As a Kentucky fan, I mean, how many times have we seen this crap? At some point, we have to look at it and we have to go, "Okay, this has got to stop. We're better than this."
Hold up, Adam. Let me say this while we got Isaac on the phone. He's a former basketball player. He's a high school basketball coach. Isaac, we're going to give you the floor, man. Tell us what you think. Calm us down a little bit. Calm Adam down.
Well, I mean, number one, I can just say going into this season, high school level, college level, and everything, I mean, it's so different. And, I mean, I know Cal has the exact same excuse every year, especially early on. If they have a bad loss, we're young, we'll be better, and we always do seem to get better. But I can say with the COVID restrictions and things, guys, it's been really tough. And, I mean, I would say, college level's experiencing the same thing the high school level is too. But, you're just not able to get in front of your kids. And him changing teams year in, year out, we looked really, 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 really bad today. I'm not going to lie. Ton of turnovers. Couldn't make a three. Terrible from the free throw line. I mean, those are all recipes for an upset. And, I mean, obviously that happened today. But those kids that are at Kentucky, they're really, really talented individually. I can just say with the restrictions and things that, they've not at this point that what, say, Cal would be used to. I mean, it's different everywhere. A team like Richmond that has that experience, they at least, again, kind of like what Tim said earlier, they have been in some battles together, and they've been there and kind of done that. And these kids are, just now trying to figure each other out. So, again, let's not freak out. But, yeah, I mean, it was a terrible game.
Yeah, man. Isaac, with the restrictions and everything that you were talking about, that favors a experienced team, don't it?
Oh, yeah, it's going to favor them 100% of the time. And, I mean, like I said, Cal's team every year is brand new. And, I mean, even you talk about our most experienced player in Sarr, I mean, he's still new to the team, I mean, so it'll take a little bit. I mean, I know I'm a Kentucky fan through and through, and it is getting old hearing it year in, year out, same old thing. But, I do think we'll be better come the end of the year. And, again, I don't think you hit the panic button, but we're definitely going to have to limit turnovers. That's every game, though, and you got to shoot it better from the free throw line. And, I'm kind of down on the guard play. Our half-court offense seems so stagnant. I always thought it does every single year. I think it's very stagnant.
It's just frustrating. A lot of standing around.
Well, let me ask you. Why is it? Why is it that it seems to me like, and I look at this team as a whole. I mean, you had Olivier Sarr in there, who in the first half looked really, really good. It looks like they figured him out for the second half and made an adjustment. Go figure. And it seems like we decided that at that point we really weren't going to run an offense. Like our half-court offense is atrocious. I mean, it's one of the worst ones I've seen.
It is. I mean, listen, there's no excuse. It looks really, really, really bad. I mean, I couldn't actually believe in the second half that a Kentucky team looked that bad. But again, you're just thinking about all the restrictions and things that they have had to deal with, and that would really put a hamper on a team that's just brand new with everyone. I mean, offensively, that really can help your defense out a lot of times. Kentucky wasn't seeing the ball go through the hoop. I do think they're around the 7-minute mark in the second half. They really kind of hit the panic button, and for a solid 3 minutes at least, 3 to 4 minutes, they looked really bad. And I think you could tell that they were very young. They really didn't have a clue what to do. And, Richmond was just, again, the most experienced team. They never panicked. And, Kentucky, I don't want to say that we can't defend, but sometimes when you have such struggles on the offensive end, you're struggling to knock free throws down. You're just struggling in the offensive area. It can affect your defense. I'm not saying that it should, but, mentally, that psyche, it can really affect you sometimes. And I think for a young team, we was able to see that today, and it really, really bothered them.
Hey, Isaac, I got a great question for you because you were a point guard, and you were a small point guard.
Yeah.
So tell me, because I keep trying to explain this, and I don't know if I'm getting it across to our followers, but like I saw you do it in high school and in college. You were a small point guard, and it seems like when they had the taller, longer guys, lankier guys on you, I mean, you just exposed them, man, like they couldn't even stay in front of you. But whenever you did get a guy a little bit closer to your size that was fast, that's when it gave you a little bit more of a fits. Is that right?
I mean, yes and no. It all totally depends. I mean, Kentucky's length should be an issue for any of them. I mean,
True.
Those guys are just absolute freaks.
Boy, we really used that today, didn't we?
Oh, well, I know. That's my point. I mean, they really showed – I didn't see much heart out of them, which, again, as I said, your offensive struggles can sometimes bleed over into that. And then, Cal's always talking about just teaching them to compete and play hard and things like that. And I never seen that today. I think that they will end up having it. But today it was very disheartening to see kind of our performance. But, that guard was really nice. I don't care how big they are. I mean, which, again, like Tim said, I was a shorter guard. That oftentimes gives those guys a chip on their shoulder, and they're out looking to prove somebody wrong. And, that guard for Richmond's a really nice guard. And that team has, they're picked to win their conference, and, they could make some noise come NCAA tournament time. But, guys, this year is just totally different. I can tell you from a coaching standpoint, you're going to see teams that typically year in, year out look really, really good, and they're just not going to look very good. I mean,
right.
This is a crazy year. It just is. And, I mean, we're not even in the meat of the season, and, games haven't been canceled yet. I don't know. Let's just be thankful that we're getting to watch some basketball, because I'm thinking back to the canceled NCAA tournament, and, I mean, especially for our high school kids and then also the college kids. So I'm thankful to be watching, even though it was very, very ugly today.
Man, that's a very good point. We gotta stop and realize it. At least we got basketball, and this is typical young freshman team. And I tell you what, man, it was clear that Richmond players, it meant a lot more to them today.
Oh yeah, it did. And like I said, I don't know how Cal does it. I mean, a lot of people say, man, he can't coach, he can't recruit, he can't this. I mean, I think Cal does a lot of things great. I know it's not back in the day when you would get to know and love these players their junior and senior year, and they're your favorite UK player, But, I mean, he does a lot of things well. I can't imagine coaching the way he does and having to do it year in and year out. Literally teach everything you did the year before again, because you got all new faces.
Well, that's a good point, man. That's a good point. I got to ask you that. Well, it's kind of what you're saying, but it's like, if you had freshman team, every year in high school you had freshman players. Now, they were good. They were really good, like the best freshmen in the region, and you had all the best freshmen in the region. Would you rather have that, or would you rather have a senior-led team?
Oh, man. I mean, he loves talent, and, I mean, we all do. That the old saying, you can't win without some Jimmies and Joes. I mean, I think that is true, but it would be exhausting to me if you're having to kind of feel and reteach every single year. I mean, I definitely would want some older players and some more experience. You think about our latest national championship team. I mean, when Terrence Jones and Deron Lamb and those guys decide to return, and then you add the Jimmies and the Joes behind them as a freshman class coming, that was a really, really talented team. And I feel that Terrence Jones and Deron Lamb and those guys were a big reason for that, and yeah, they had Anthony Davis, I mean, that's a nice piece, but that is what Cal, I feel like, has to have. Seeing some of these guys that are transferring out, even though, as their freshman year they may not be great, we might not think they're great, I think when they're transferring out and going to different schools, it's kind of hurting because, now you're just going to stay even younger. I mean, that freshman that now becomes a sophomore brings something that Kentucky don't have year in, year out. So seeing those guys transfer out is not a good sign, I don't think, for Kentucky, but, we'll see.
Right, man. I agree with you 100%, man. Hey, Isaac, we really appreciate the call, man.
Hey, no problem, guys. You do a great job.
Thanks a lot,
All right,
buddy.
take care. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm pretty tore up.
It's hard, man. It's hard not to get over it because we're such huge Kentucky fans, and we were needing basketball to help us get over our football blues, and then here we are. Now we got basketball blues.
Yeah. Well, we look really good. We look really good on draft night, though. That's what's really good about it. Anyway, you're on with Wildcat Sports Talk. I should just shut up.
What's up, guys? This is John.
Hey, what's up, man?
Not much, man. I just want to, kind of, I guess, talk you off the ledge a little bit, Adam. Richmond, man, I think this is what Kentucky needed. I know that sounds probably not great coming from a Tennessee guy, but I think this loss will wake Kentucky up, show them that, I'm sure that they assume they can just roll the balls out and beat anybody week in, week out. They're loaded.
Here's what Chaps might ask about this loss. All right. Your fan base is not going to let us live this one down for the next week.
Well, we have a pretty illogical fan base. I'll be the first to tell you that. You of all people know, everything I do for Tennessee, and the fan base drives me crazy too. But as far as
you got that W against Vandy though, so that was good.
As far as the outside noise with Kentucky, they're going to have to do a good job of shutting that out too. A young team, that's something that they typically struggle with. But these guys, they're not like most young teams. They're extremely talented. They're used to the spotlight, even if it's negative spotlight. So I think this loss is going to be good for Kentucky. They responded pretty well last year after the loss to Evansville. I think this is what they needed, though. A lot of young teams,
I think you're right,
a lot of young talented teams.
I think you're right, John. What did you think of Olivier Sarr in the first half? He looked pretty tough, didn't he?
He needs more minutes and more touches.
I agree.
Honestly, he's the scariest player on that team.
Yeah.
As an opposing fan, he is the scariest player on that team by leaps and bounds.
I'll tell you what will make me feel a whole lot better, John. I gotta ask you a couple questions. First of all, is Jeremy Pruitt on the hot seat?
Well, first of all, Jeremy Pruitt's on the hot seat. So you remember how that list of illogical fans that I just referenced about 2 minutes ago?
Mm-hmm.
He's on the hot seat for those people. For me, I don't think so.
So that's what I was going to get at. That's exactly what I was going to get at. Is you mentioned illogical fans, so I was going to get back to that, and I was going to go, look, I personally feel like that you guys have got to give at least one coach a dang chance to build a program. Because
we gave Butch Jones 5 years. We better give Jeremy Pruitt more than 3 is all I'm saying.
Well, okay, we gave Butch Jones. You gave Butch Jones 5 years, but we gave Mark Stoops. I mean, we dealt with a couple of really stringing bad seasons in a row where we didn't even win.
Mark Stoops is the man.
We didn't get bowl eligible, and there were people ready to send him out. You remember that?
Early on,
and we absolutely. And I thought that was absurd then. What Mark Stoops has done with the Kentucky football program. Now I realize what happened yesterday, and I hate Florida, so I was rooting for Kentucky, but I realized what happened, last week also with Alabama, but I don't think that's indicative of Kentucky's football team. I think games like they played against Tennessee is indicative. They should have beat Ole Miss, should have beat Auburn.
Yeah.
Kentucky, at one point in the season, I honest to goodness thought that they were a top 10 football team. I know it sounds crazy, but at one point during the season, I thought they were a top 10 football team. If y'all had, I honestly think Joey Gatewood's the future of that program in terms of quarterback, but if y'all had a solid consistent passing game,
Yeah.
it'd be tough to play Kentucky weekend.
I
They've
agree
got that
100%,
defense
man.
that's unreal.
Well,
And you can't go to Alabama and you can't go to Florida with 16, 17 guys out and compete.
Exactly, and both of those teams are also just those are two potential college football playoff teams as well. So you can't really judge the losses super bad. But back to basketball real quick, man. I think that Tennessee's supposed to have a good year too, and I really, really, really want the Kentucky-Tennessee games to be down to the wire, buzzer beater winning shots, something like that. I think the SEC needs that. I think we as fans need that this year with COVID and everything going on. Now I will say this: I'm not going to make excuses for Kentucky. I know they're a young team. I know COVID's been going on, and especially when you got a team of mostly freshmen, you want that chemistry, that cohesion prior to the season. They didn't get that, but neither did anybody else, right? I understand that most teams don't have, 98% freshmen or whatever it may be, but this loss right here is going to be the biggest learning tool for Kentucky moving forward in the season. And better it happen now than in March, right?
I agree, man. I agree 100%, and I'm looking forward to that Tennessee matchup.
Richmond's going to be a top 25 team, guys. They were just today, they were 32nd. With a win over a top 10, this will put them probably around 17 or 18th next week. So it's not like Richmond's a bad basketball team. And if I'm not mistaken, a couple years ago, probably more than a couple, honestly, Richmond actually made a splash in the NCAA tournament.
Well, they were supposed to make it. They were supposed to make it last year. Of course, then COVID happened. So they were actually slated to make it. And they're number one in the A10. So they're going to be all right. And the thing about it is though, man, is this is the game that you wanted it to be close for the learning, experience, but you didn't want to lose it. That's the thing. If you're going to take an L, if you have to take an L, you wanted to take it Tuesday. You didn't want to take it today, and that's bad.
I'll put it to you like this: my senior year of high school, I played basketball through high school, played college. My senior year of high school, we knew we were going to have a good year. We knew we didn't have a starter under 6 foot. We had, went 7 guys deep on the bench. Everybody could shoot. Everybody could do everything, play defense. We knew we were going to be good. Our first game of the year, we played North Green down in Tennessee. Y'all know that's where I'm from. So we played North Green. We go up there thinking, we're gonna beat them by about 8 or 10 points. No, they beat us by 25. And I'll never forget, I had 15 points and 10 rebounds, like second or third double-double of my life. And my coach the next day said that if I was leading us in scoring, that there was a problem. Because up to that point, I was the third leading scorer on the team. We had, post and guard players that were supposed to outscore me. Well, the coach said if I was leading us in scoring, that was a big problem. I took that personally, and our team took that loss personally. From that point on, we won 11 straight games. We ended up going 11-1 before our next loss, and it was a really close loss. It's all about how you respond. And I think Kentucky, they are going to respond extremely, extremely well. I look for them to just rattle off quite a few wins in a row, especially moving forward into SEC play. Honest to goodness, I don't think outside of Tennessee, Kentucky, that the SEC is too deep this year. Auburn, they had to replace a lot. South Carolina, you can always expect grit from a Frank Martin coach team. Florida should be all rightish, but Kentucky and Tennessee are the only SEC schools right now that I think have a shot of going deep into the NCAA tournament. Honest to goodness, I think Kentucky, I don't know if it's because I'm a little jaded as a Tennessee fan, but I think Kentucky's got the best shot in the SEC of making it to the Elite Eight or further at this point in time. Y'all will be fine, I promise. Just it's better that it happened now than in March.
Well, I'm glad you called in and said that, man, because all the Kentucky fans listening, they needed to hear that. That comes from a unbiased a Tennessee opinion, and that shows you right there that, even Tennessee guys are saying, you lost to Richmond, but, hey, that's Kentucky at the beginning of the year. You see the talent that's there. You know it's there. You know it's going to get better. And I think losing today might actually help us Tuesday against Kansas.
Oh, it absolutely will. And Kansas, they're going to be reeling a little bit too, honestly. And it's not like they fell to a team like Richmond or anything like that. But Kansas, they're going to be well coached. We all know Bill Self and his lineage there with the Jayhawks. Kansas is going to be a good team, but I do look for that game to be extremely better. Kentucky will play to the level of competition, regardless who they're playing. If they played Gonzaga today, they would have played probably a tighter game. I know that sounds crazy, but it's something about that hype, that pre-game anxiety, I guess, that anxiousness about playing a good team. They probably thought they were going to roll the rack out today and just walk all over Richmond because it's Richmond.
Yeah, the only thing this does –
that's what you get with a young team.
Yeah, the only thing this does means we're not going to go 40-0.
Exactly, and I mean, outside of you guys, that's really a rarity. We're UCLA back in the day. That's an extreme rarity.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to be just fine. I think Kentucky's still one of the best teams in the country, hands down. And I look forward to the Tennessee-Kentucky matchups this season.
Hey, John, like always, buddy, we really appreciate the call, man.
Thank you, guys. Y'all do a killer job. I'll see y'all later.
Thanks,
Take
buddy.
care. All right. So that's it, guys. I just
Well, look at that, Adam. I mean, we had a Tennessee guy call in and say, look, Kentucky's still the real deal. We're not laughing at them. We're not taking them lightly. They're still probably the best team in the SEC, chance to go to an Elite Eight.
That's right. That's
So,
right.
I mean, do you feel any better?
No.
You still don't feel no better?
No, not at all. It's a loss, man.
I mean, just a little bit.
No,
You're still-
because see, here's the thing, man. I love my team. I love my team more than, well, I'll just say it. I don't care than anyone.
Yeah. More than a fat kid loves cake.
I mean, I love my team.
Yeah.
All
Me
right?
too.
I've been a Kentucky fan since I could breathe. I take it seriously. I mean, I used to be the kind of guy that when your team was down, I'd go hide in the bathroom.
Oh, I used to be the same way, man. I used to go. I'd have to leave the house and go even just take a walk when we lose ball.
Yeah, I mean, nobody wants to be around me when
Mm-hmm.
we lose. So, I'm going to have an inner struggle to do this show after games. It's
I
just
know. I tried to talk you into it. I was like,
after
dude, we
L's.
got to
And
go
I said,
live.
you don't want this.
I know. I said, man, we've got to go live. I mean, everybody wants to talk about their frustrations.
okay.
Everybody wants to.
Yeah, but mine are going to come out and people are going to think I'm an idiot. But that's fine.
Well, it's okay. You're emotional. It's all right. That's what.
But I will say this: Vernon Swords can just shut up because nobody cares. Like nobody cares what you have to say, and I'm sure Duke will take an L too.
Well, see, Kentucky will lose a lot of times very early in the season to nobody, but then Duke loses a lot of times in the first round of the tournament. So I
Yeah.
mean, there's that.
There is that.
So,
There is that to Lehigh,
Yeah.
by the way. That happened.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, let's say this before we go. I want to say a few things I thought about the game. One is Olivier Sarr was a bright spot in the first half. He showed me that he can really play. I don't know why we went away from giving him the ball in the second half. I don't think he was double teamed or they went to a zone or anything. I think it was the same defense. I don't know why we stopped feeding the post. I mean, we completely got away from that. We didn't get it. We didn't shoot the ball well. Free throws concerns me, but I think, man, once we calm down and relax, start making some free throws, keep getting the ball to Olivier, and then we'll get a little bit of confidence going from the 3-point range. We can shoot it. We just didn't shoot it well today.
Yeah.
I think we'll be okay, man.
we will be just fine. I will be all right. It's just you got to take an L
Cheer
today.
up, buddy.
You got to take an L today, and then you got to take another one Tuesday. So
Hey, you already counting a loss Tuesday?
yeah.
Adam.
Dude,
There's
here's-
love in your team, but you got to keep supporting them.
I'm gonna tell you something. All right, I look at this.
Dude.
I look at this loss is this is a young team loss, and normally when you've got a young team, right, you can expect that you're going to take these losses. But the issue with young teams a lot of times is when they take an L, it takes them a game or two to get acquainted back to being confident again.
Sometimes, but hopefully this team just comes out fired up.
And I do believe what Cal said was right. When you schedule these games, he said all the fans. Guess what? We got it, and we're gonna figure out what's gonna happen now.
He was right about it being a tough schedule.
And the thing is now you got to look at it from this Richmond game, and you got to go, okay, can you brush that off in one day and come back out and play at 9:30 in the middle of the night, dude? That's a recipe for
Dude, if I'm
disaster.
Kansas, the whole time I'm practicing on backdoor cuts because we can't guard it.
Telling you guys. I hope I'm wrong, but it's that's tough, man.
Tough one, man. That's a tough one. I mean, 2020 just keeps punching us in the face.
It keeps kicking our ass.
We'll
It
be
keeps-
here
it
though.
keeps doing
We
it.
will be here Tuesday, and we'll be ready and fired up, and Adam will be in a better
Lord
mood.
willing, and the creeks don't rise.
That's right. That's right. We'll be here cheering on our Cats, and I know you guys will be here with us. We love you guys. Make sure to keep tuned in and sharing and all that stuff. And, hey, we're going to be okay.
Yep, we'll be just fine. We'll be just fine. Clyde says we're going to go 37-3. Well, by God, that means we won the national title, so I'll take that all day and twice on Sunday.
Yep.
Today's Sunday.
Yeah. Well, I'm done with basketball today.
I'm done. See
Love you guys.
See y'all Tuesday.